Hey everyone, welcome back. Pardon my voice a little bit, I've got a tiny cold. Here's that maple leaf stain. I did not add the extra greenery stuff to it. This is just the vinegar and maple leaves that's been sitting in here for a very long time. Sediments filled on the bottom. And what I want to do is show you how weak this is right now and how I'm going to actually take this and make it a darker color to actually stain wood. What I did do is take a piece of a bridge that I was starting to work on, and what I did was I put one coat on from this circle here over to the left, and if you see the difference, that will focus for me. See in the wood grain on the on this side here, these little dots, that was like that before. So just this thin piece right here, I see some bleed through right there. You see that little line, squiggly line? That's where I just dipped this whole thing in there. Just use it as a test sample. And as you see, these bits are darker than this here. And the wood, the lighter wood color is a little bit darker, but not by much. That's one coat. Now then I took this here and did a second coat. And you see that the dark bits, the little bits right there, got darker, and the other part of the wood is a little bit darker in comparison. I mean, this is really not, I mean, it's not a whole lot of difference, you see. But this is two dips in there for about maybe 30 seconds. So you see the difference in color already? So this is working, all right, but no way near fast enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dissolve some sugar into the vinegar. Now, sugar is very, of course, able to dissolve in water the best. Vinegar is a close second, if not third or whatever. But I do know a little bit about the molecular structure of the sugar. It will go with the vinegar, so it will dissolve almost as good as water. Salt was an option to put in the vinegar, which salt and vinegar, if you know, will make a great pest control. But you know, whereas sugar will attract insects, that would probably repel it. But I don't care about that. My violin is not going to go outside in the woods or anything anytime soon, or in the garden. So I'm going to use sugar, and I'm going to put sugar into this right here, and then I'm going to put that solution there into the pan, and I'm going to reduce this till it becomes a darker and thinner, hopefully to not a paste, but really close to it. I know that sugar will become like a caramel color. I don't want to have that color for the violin. I want to maintain the leaf color for the violin. And I've decided to not put the extra green stuff in there. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to, and I'll show that to you in a second. Actually, I'll show that to you next video. Alright, so next step is I'm going to put the sugar into here. Putting the sugar, a lot of it, right into there. And why didn't I measure? Because I really don't care. It's been a rough month for me. Alright, that's a lot, and whatever does not dissolve just simply will not go into the pan. Alright, I'm going to stir it up, and do you want to see me stir? Yeah. Stir with this knife. By the way, I recently got 2 sets of strings. I don't know why I wasted my money, but I did waste about $20–25 on strings from China for the violin. And oh wow, how awful they are. Pearl-on strings that were, I don't know what they classify as per how much they what the inside of that string was, you know, but it was absolutely terrible. And I just got a new violin from a maker in Boston, and it's nothing high end. I don't, you know, just a violin. I don't have any expensive instruments. If I did, I probably wouldn't be trying to make them out of weird things. But wow, this is getting dissolved pretty well, isn't it? Give you $5 to drink it. You should probably die if you drink that. Leaves, vinegar, and sugar. I was thinking about using maple syrup, but I didn't. I don't know. I think that I could try some more in there. Some more sugar in there. And oh, that's about it, because if I put any more in there, oh, spilling over. Stir that up and see how that goes. Whoa. Alright. Yeah, well, you guys get the gist of it. I'll catch you in the pan. Alright, there it is in the pan. A little sugar left over. Okay. Didn't dissolve. Why? If this was water with the leaves, it would have dissolved all of that and then some. Pretty much the OH molecules don't have as many spaces to connect to. Like the sugar molecules won't have as many spaces to connect to. With the vinegar, it has fewer connections for the OH molecules than with water. But anyway, turn this on, and I'm going to heat it up quite a bit. And make some taquitos. Well, watch pan never boils. We're boiling! I had to take it off the stove for a second. The smell in here is just, I can't even breathe. To give you an idea how absolutely miserable I am these days, and how brain dead I've become. Here's how I decided to open my window to air out the house. And that was it. I missed this one nearly fatal step. There you go. Now that the window's open, I can actually breathe in here. Taking a short break. Yeah, don't do this inside. This is just an awful idea. Actually, if I don't do this at all, it's all a terrible idea. I got no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, so absolutely no metal detecting videos for a long time. Haven't been out. Just been having just a really bad year. Things have just not gone well for me, but I went out with Dakota the other day, and we did find a button, a couple cool things. I haven't even posted that video when I found the silver Spanish coin from like 17 something or other. Philip V, I think it was. I posted some pictures on my page, but that's just about it. Oh my man, this smells so bad. Hold your breath. But yeah, so I mean, maybe sometime sooner, sooner than later, hopefully. Got a lot of free time on my hands right now, and it's just basically Dakota and myself in the house now. So gonna have to, get out and do things. Sick, just, with anything you gotta just get out and do it. You know what I mean? But we did the other day, and it was fun for a couple hours. And but I've been basically focusing on just practicing violin, making the violin as I can, and been busy with work and just life rubbish. And anyway, so I basically, I'm going to show you. Don't look at my dirty dishes. You promise? Don't look at my dirty dishes. So, ooh, it's nifty. I didn't even show you them. I turned this down because it's just smells absolutely awful. And it's going to take a while. My neighbors are going to complain. I'm taking it off the stove right now, actually, because it's starting to burn my eyes. Let that just sit and see what happens. Maybe let it sit for a few days. Maybe it'll just evaporate. I don't know. But it is definitely really awful in here right now. So I'm going to just vent out the house. Pretty much. It's really strong. Anyway, yeah, so that's it. Next step, I'll catch you. Hold on. Wow, I'm really looking rough. Sorry.